will not last me no longer than 1 or 2 weeks, and my doctor will not refill my prescription. One night I was wheezing so bad, in my teenage years, 15, 16 or so, I was so desperate and needed an inhaler, and I knew my dad had one, but my parents were sleeping. They could mama crawl, the bedroom door is open. So mama crawl and look for my dad's inhaler. It was sleeping above his, what's that? The bed, the headboard, yeah. It was sitting above his headboard, so he could just grab it real easily. And I was holding my breath. You remember that? You never knew that, Mom? So mama, right? I was holding my breath, and I was wheezing. My asthma was just terrible. And I slowly grabbed the inhaler over my dad's head. And go dad there, look, dude. Right? He said, who's that? I said, Dad. And that's what I said to him. And he said, From that moment on, he always had a backup inhaler in his room for me. My father taught me so much, not only through his words, but through his actions. I eventually understood why he had to go home while I was in the hospital. He had 5 other kids he had to take care of. That was his sacrifice as a father. He was patient. He gave everything he had so we could prosper. He was the rock of our family, a great leader, not just us, but to his friends in his community and to the entire Yang Thao family. My father was a great man. His love was unconditional. He is my hero, and many heroes many to others. When you see me, you see him. Some say I look the most like him. Sorry, brothers. And I take that as a deep honor. Please feel free to come say hello after all this. And I'd love to get to know you and connect with you, and carry on my dad's legacy he's leaving behind. Thank you all for the support, your presence, and your encouraging words. Seeing everyone here reminds us how deeply impacted the lives around him. He impacted the lives around him. Rest in peace, Dad. I love you. We all love you. Oh, you okay with your help? So I apologize. So we actually have another speech. So my daughter prepared a speech, but because she only knows how to speak sign language, or she only knows how to sign, she did a little joke with you, and rewrote it out. So I'm speaking for Star. When I was a child, one of the greatest blessings in my life was spending time with my grandpa. She calls Grandpa S. And this was after school. Every weekday from Monday through Friday, he would wait patiently for me at the end of the school day. I remember always looking out the window, watching eagerly for his familiar face. Just seeing him there brought me a sense of comfort and joy that I still carry with me. On days when school was closed, Grandpa and Grandma would take me along with them to run errands. These simple days became some of my most treasured memories. We would often stop at McDonald's, something that they felt like was always a treat for me, and she still loves McDonald's. I remember feeling so happy just being with them. Another memorable moment while riding in the back seat of the car, Grandma and Grandpa would argue. lightheartedly about directions. Because they keep insisting to each other that they're going the wrong way. As a kid, I found it hilarious, and it made those car rides even more special. It was in those moments that I saw the deep bond they shared, the kind of love that lasts through the years, even when you're bickering about who missed the turn. Grandpa S gave me so many quiet, steady examples of love, patience, and presence. He showed up for me, not just at the end of every school day, but in the ways that truly matter. I will always carry those memories with me, and I'm so grateful for the time we had together. I will miss my grandpa and love him forever.
Okay, I don't do this much, but just want to start off. We are Koj Xya Xyoo. We are Fue Shoua Thao to do bed. Usa Ocho the Song to do Luna Don't obey so busy. We, the Fue Shoua Thao family, remembers everyone's kindness and grace during this time. I'd just like to want to share a few memories that I had with my father just recently and in the past. So, just a couple. Sorry, it might take a few minutes. So everyone knows my father. He's a awesome musician in the community, all over the country, all over, even Laos. He goes there to perform. He has all these great compliments from people who doesn't even speak English like we do. Everyone knows that he used to play soccer, great soccer player. And as you guys all know, he's a great father, brother, uncle, grandpa, and friend, not only to our family, but to everyone around the world. He has touched many people's hearts with his strong personality, respectful manners towards many people of all ages, shapes, and form. My father's other passion was also hunting. He was strong at hunting squirrels and deer. Always encouraged his sons, me and my two older brothers, to go hunting. Bring home deer meat. Don't go for the trophy, meat. Shoot more than 5 squirrels, even though their limit's 5. So just recently, my dad came up with this new recipe. He loves eating squirrel. And he was bragging, he made this recipe, the squirrel recipe that he showed his friends. He made it, showed his friends. And I'm like, yeah, squirrel's good, but I don't care for it, He goes, no, you have to try this dish. I made this dish for my friends and had them guess what type of meat it was. Chicken, pork, obviously not beef because it's not red. And they couldn't guess it. They're like, hey, what kind of meat is that? It was squirrel lard. My dad made squirrel lard for his friends. He said he made it so good that his friends kept asking him, hey, shoot some more squirrels. You got it in your freezer? Why don't you make that squirrel lard for us? So now, here we are today. My father has passed away July 15th, 2025. Hunting season is just around the corner, a few weeks away. I never even got to try to eat a squirrel lot. My goal was to eat a squirrel lot. One thing my father has taught me that I always keep in my heart is to be kind. Forgive those that you have hurt or those that have hurt you. He told me sometimes you have to let things go. Don't argue back, even if you're right or wrong. Because in one day you will need that person in your life, or that person may also need you one day. His message that will always be in my heart: you live for today, not for yesterday. As tomorrow will always be a new fresh start of a new day. I love you, Dad. So we have our baby brother. He could not be here today, Yang Thao. And he has a recorded message that he wanted us to play. He wanted me to tell everyone, thank everyone for the support, the love for the family, for being here, supporting, Fue Shoua Thao's family and helping us do the funeral here for our father. So we have a recording that he sent a message that he wanted to play for our father today.
Feel you near me and hear you telling me anything that I could have done to change the situation. As I write this, many memories that we share together continue to play in my head. I'll always remember going to the dinosaur exhibit at the Milwaukee County Zoo, our family trip to Disneyland, you practicing your keyboard and guitar, camping trips, and you singing on stage or playing your great guitar. Some of my favorite memories are of us in your red Toyota Tacoma, riding to your sister's house, and the conversations that we would have. I remember you gave me a harmonica for my birthday that I never learned to play. And one conversation that I'll never forget was when I asked you about eating boogers. You said to me, if you eat your boogers, then you're stupid. You were so direct and blunt about it, but that was who you were, and I love you for that. You were a go-getter. If you didn't do it, then who would? You made time for everyone. You were quick-tempered, but had such a big and loving heart. Regardless of the pain I put you through, you were always there for me. I see so much of you in me, but I can never be you. You left behind such a great legacy. When people see me, they care and show respect not because of who I am, but because you are my father. I'm proud to call you my dad. I'll keep the memories we shared close to my heart. I love you and miss you forever. I know we will meet again, so instead of saying goodbye, I would say see you later. If you can't save a spot for me, save a spot for Mom. She misses you so much. I will do my best to stay strong for her. Losing you means that I have to man up. I no longer have you to fall on when I fall short. That you inspire me every day to be better. With love and a heavy heart, your youngest son. I love you, Dad.
Okay? Alright, so I would like to thank everyone who came to support our family during this difficult time. Seeing so many people come together to honor my dad truly shows the impact and the love that my dad shared with those around him. It means a lot to us that you are all here. My father was a wonderful father and a loving grandfather to my children. My journey in life hasn't always been the smoothest, but he's always gave me the space to make my own decisions. He supported me quietly, patiently, and with so much love. Sorry. Dad, we will miss you coming home with Mom every night. Eating dinner with you every night. Your advice, your funny jokes, and hearing you practicing your music in the basement. And the floor is vibrating while you're practicing. We will hold the life lessons you have taught us in our hearts and cherish them forever. Thank you for everything that you did for me and my kids. We love you, Dad. We miss you deeply. And we'll continue to honor your legacy and all that we do. And we will make you proud. And we will see you again soon. And then my daughter also wants to talk.
Hi, I'm Chastity. I'm not going to speak Hmong because I'm not really good. Okay. Grandpa, writing this speech was something that I never expected to write so quickly. No amount of time with someone you love is ever enough, and I am grateful for the beautiful 17 years that I got with you. He was a man of strength, wisdom, and the most funniest but stubborn man I have ever known. I always looked up to him and how determined he was to sing, give good advice, and how he brought a smile to every room that he walked in. Growing up, he taught me to be strong, not for me, for my mom, my siblings, my cousins, my aunt and uncles. He taught me that I should love everyone like family, even if they have done me wrong, because love makes life everlasting. I will always carry these words with me, and I know that he said what he meant what he said and lived for what he stubbornly believed in. When he came back from traveling the last time, I asked him what his favorite part of the trip was, and he said nothing. With his silly laughter echoing through the kitchen. He then showed me him chasing waterfalls with Grandma and told me about climbing to see the big mountain in Vietnam. Later that night, he played on his keyboard and sang so loud that I could feel it through the floor. This was the last moment that I had with him before he passed away. Yotzi, although you won't be able to see me walk the stage or yell at me for not doing the dishes one last time, I want you to know that I love you so much. And I wish that I would have asked you questions of my concerns about college or what your favorite Bible verse was. I will remember your hands and how warm they were with every person that you touched in this lifetime. If I could just have one more day, I would spend it telling you all of my worries and make sure to hear your contagious laughter one more time. Thank you for the lessons that you taught me from early in the morning till late at night. This is not goodbye. This is see you later. Thank you for being the best Yotzi that we could ever ask for. I love you more than words could ever explain. And I'm so blessed to be your granddaughter today, tomorrow, and in every lifetime.
Hi everyone, mình nói với anh Saying.
不知道民谣的背还要蹲才路呢，不知道的民谣，我都不要照顾上，照顾么不老的民谣，么都还要蹲才，这样的个也还เอาไปเรารู้จุกุจิลุ่มเน่งภาษาว่าชอบไม่กันชอบชอบเธอไม่จริง是没有喜欢。都把车被证明啊，都把被路被自己干，我真没事。So today we are here to honor someone who meant the world to me. The first man in my life, my protector, my supporter, my wonderful and most handsome dad, Fue Shoua Thao. My dad was a man who truly enjoyed life. He believed in working hard, but he also enjoyed the rewards of working hard by fulfilling his dreams. He would always say, "Tarachina, shitalo matakala kudosumo." And he would tell me all the time, you should not be so worried about money because you can always work hard for it to get it back. So go enjoy yourself, spend that money. He lived his life to the fullest, being able to retire early and being able to travel back home to his homeland in Laos and Thailand several times throughout his life, including his very last trip just a few weeks before his passing. If you knew my dad, you knew that he was a natural entertainer. With his jokes and his beautiful singing, he could bring any gathering to life. And you guys all know that whenever you go to his parties. He wanted to make sure every single person had a good time. And to him, every person he met became his family. While he was a very sociable person to all of you guys, he was a man of very few words to his children. He wasn't the type of dad to spend hours and hours of lecturing, but when he raised his voice, he went straight to the point, and you just didn't say anything back. But growing up, he showed us tough love. He wanted to keep us humble and prepare us for life. He was especially hard on me as his first daughter, making sure that one day I would become a very good Yang by teaching me how to cook and clean at a very young age. He also pushed me very hard in school, reminding me that I needed to do well so one day I could become independent and take care of myself. My dad always wanted me to do better, but he wasn't the type to tell me how proud he was of me. When I brought home straight A's and had 1 A-, he would tell me to work harder for that A. When I graduated with my doctorate's degree in pharmacy, and when my dad was there to support me, instead of saying, "Honey, I'm proud of you," he looked at me and said, "That was supposed to be me up there." At the time, his words broke my heart. I wanted to be praised by my dad. I worked hard for my degree and I thought maybe he would praise me, but those were his words. However, it wasn't until later on in my life that I realized what he truly meant. My dad showed his pride in his own way, not by telling me directly, but by telling everyone else about me. At every celebration, he would not just introduce me as his daughter, but he would introduce me as, "This is my oldest daughter, the doctor." It was his way to remind me to stay grounded, to respect everyone regardless of status, and to remain humble. He taught me strength, respect, humility, and he taught me how to stand up for myself. And although he wasn't affectionate when we were young, I would say about maybe 10 years ago, he finally started to open up to us and told us he loved us. I'd like to think that I kind of helped break that tough guy nature of his by forcing I love yous to him and by forcing my hugs to him. And he just ended up getting used to it. Dad, I miss you so much already. I wish this was all just a dream and that you were still just only a phone call away. I will miss coming to see you at Pom Dheev, checking up on you every time to see how you're doing, just for you to smile and say, honey, I'm fine. I will miss your text messages telling me how I'm your beautiful girl and that you love me. I will miss going to your parties, not seeing you perform on stage. Salava will never be the same. And lastly, I want you to know, Dad, that 16 years ago when I walked across that stage, it wasn't just me, it was us. Yes, Dad, you too. Every step I took was because of you. And I could never have made it without your strength guiding me through. Thank you so much, Dad, and I know you are truly proud of me. Friday was your birthday, and it broke my heart knowing that we will no longer get to sing happy birthday to you ever again. That I will no longer get to grow old with my daddy. But I know that God needed you more. And that you are in heaven now, watching over all of us, protecting us, especially now, and my baby brother Drew. Thank you for being the best father any daughter could have ever asked for. I stand here today, not just as your daughter, but as a mother to 4 beautiful children, because of the lessons and the strength you've given me. Thank you so much for your unconditional love. And to my mom, you have just lost the love of your life. I know you and Dad were inseparable. You both taught me the true meaning of love. That marriage is not about, it's not about measuring how much you make. It's not about the wealth or your status, but it's about the depth of your love for each other. And you and Dad truly showed me that. I know it hurts you that he will no longer see him, but I hope you will continue to live through the beautiful memories you both created together. Okay? Even though I became a Yang and built a family of my own, I will continue to stand next to you and hold your hand forever. Amen. I love you so much. And we will do our best to fill your heart with new memories so you don't miss Dad so much. Okay? So continue to guide us and protect us just like how you and Dad have always been doing, okay? Okay.
Qua là mình khá đâu cũng lên cuối khá là Nkauj Xya Xyoo để nói một gì để yêu không muốn làm ra ha để chỉ hai người hà nội mong chỉ bị chờ để chỉ thọ hải tử cái đó là chứ cho nó cho ô hai giờ thì cho là chỉ là thì cái bùn nhang cho cái tin nhắn mà sắp là bố mình sắp là cho nó bên nó chỉ khăn nó chỉ biết chỉ sợ chỗ thống một cái lúc cái tôi cái bộ khen trong nên chỉ trả lễ nên chỉ sáng cứ sáng đi sáng đi chán chán sáng rốt sáng gì đồng tiên tổng liên nhát thì còn ra tập phá bé giờ bây giờ ông ấy để bây giờ nếu mẹ tên gì bây giờ sẽ rút tờ nên là sẽ bé nếu mà mẹ tên gì để chán rút thì mình có thể dùng ý là đồ mẹ chọn thế đó có phó thành đủ cũng có mong cho mẹ rút là mẹ tôi chụp hình nhớ đó nó là mẹ chỉ có một chỗ vàng cho chế cái một bố chỉ có một chỗ vàng cho chế đó bố giờ bố lúc bé bố chẳng bố xong bây giờ bố gì bố số từ vào bố lối hạ ta cho lo cái khô kha vô lớn đỉnh xong này giờ nhà được cho nông cho sáng lấy cái cho cái tôi hà luôn nằm ở cái chính cứ cho nó cho ô khô hà nằm ở hà nó khô kha bé giờ các cha sáng các cha mồ luôn này cái luôn này hình xong để tôi cái bố thổ nhiều bố chế nhiều hà nó chỉ xongแล้วก็จะการตีก็ชัดผีก็จะมาโม่dính rồi để con luôn ninh hình dung cậu có chào sư bây giờ các chị giờ sáng các chị giờ nóng để phải có một lên từ luôn hà lô nhà nó cũ trong một tiền có được phòng cỏ trong một tiền là cái chị tới là lô có ninh dung này nó cũ hà nó là mà cho cũ gì vậy tụi tôi nên cho nó chờ cho biết cái mình nhỏ nên hà nó hà chờ sư ta sẽ chúc cái lũ hình chúc cái lũ thằng hình lấy cuộc gặp phụ hà bát tang cuộc gặp phụ tam bậc cả tới đã tới bây giờ chỉ tao hà ít lũ hồ cuộc gặp phụ ta những sai các cả đã tới ở chỗ có là ở bang có rong sa mà muốn để ở gặp phụ những tôi sa cả ta sẽ lấy cái nào phụ sáng hay là gặp phụ hà có bây giờ chỉ có họ mà nếu họ lên chỉ từ lúc khai có bu của người tối được nước mình mỏ của cái tề cho xin được cái khi xa xa cho sự là lộ sơ em của có chờ gì vì ta có khai lúc họ chưa có khai của có bu lùi sau có bu nếu sau lùi phử cũ nếu cả ta đã từng lùi phử cũ ôn nếu tôi có giờ lùi phử cũ nào có gì phải phử cái tin hình trang số Yang Thao nó là cả đã từng hình cái tề kha ô loเลยmà của các cháu các chú kế lưu các chú kế kha cả được chờ là pin to to rồi biết rằng có chuyện pin to to rồi ha các mong là bây giờ dùng cơ có các mong cái mong bố các mong các cháu các mong sáng các lần đó mong thọ các lần đó làหรือตามตาเลยเขาแอบถึงไล่เซมิกามาตาถึงไปจากข้างหัวสิตู้ก็ฉันอยู่เป็นอยู่ก็คือโมโจก็มาคุยกูสามารถหากูหาโจกูตัดแล้วเราดูโจกูตัดเราเนี่ยโจไม่เป็นแกเป็นสีย้อเป็นสีโอ้ยถึงตรงชาลูจงโอลูกเก่าจงเป็นchẳng đủ là chẳng chỉ cô đang luôn là đang chịu đủ thì chỉ nó chẳng đồng không chẳng đủ là chẳng chỉ cô đang luôn là đang chịu đủ ta chỉ dùng một sáng cho khỏi trong cái sáng cho khỏi trong là ta giờ ta chán đông nếu lưu thông nhiều ta coi trong đó chỉ ta báo để chán đông cái vô cán nếu chỉ ta gì làm tôi sát thôi quý nhân trên tàu ta biết cái của ta là của xe mẹ ta của bụng gì mẹ nói ta của tí nên tàu chỉ chờ quý trên tàu ta mẹอยู่ตัวแรกของชีวิตก็เลยเป็นสิ่งแม่เลยแม่โอตาวแม่อยู่โอตาวอีจันดงช้าๆลูกโอตีไทยลูกก่อนจงไม่จะมีโยอย่างเล็กcái gì ở lúc còn trồng bé, để biết chỉ xí lu mà biết chúng một gì là biết xí lu để biết sốt là trong đông gầu tóc ghê để biết ô tao lúc hà giống thì thái hay một số cái tự mình nhổ để của hà là chúng em cái So big oil puppet is sad, but in order for us to grow, you know, we have to go through all this. Okay, so she gonna look at you grow. Còn nào học chơi của hai con, của hai ta bông, cái lúc này nè, thì cho cái chơi, của bay một phố cái xa, bây giờ mình nhiều bé học đến thằng cho con. Là chỉ bảo lên cái tiếng chú con nhớ thì hãy có biết tiếng chú con đấy biết lúc sau khi cái trời bây giờ mình nhiều thế là chỉ do tụ xa của chú con bồi đồ là chế đồ các xã ta chỉ chú biết cái mấy mà mình tu mình nhiều đây mà nuôi con đây mà chủ hai đứa trong chú con đi của các thứ kế cái đi của soi nhà bây giờ chỉ tu cái tận nhẹ nha thầu y đấy cái cho thầu y nó mà bố mẹ chở những món này nó là mà chở lâu mẹ yêu ngàn xu lấy cơ chở tu người chở nhang sư chở chỉ biết thế thì mình đang nói giáo lời cái chúng ta cho có cho áp cái chuyện là cái những cái chúng mình nhiều tối nhiều một lần chỉ là y ở lúc bây giờ lúc cái thằng cho nó để cái ô xa lù bây giờ lúc bây giờ chỉ có cái gì bây giờ thì có lúc mà nó cái lúc nào
Hi everyone, my name is Fwm Thao. Sorry. I'm the oldest and only son of my father, Tagkis, and I'm my grandfather's first Thao grandson. I never expected that I would appear today talking to you all about my grandpa. He was the kindest person, he was and is the kindest person I know. He always opened his heart to people, whether they were good or bad to him. Even when he seemed mad or like he was scolding you, it was always out of love. He always wanted to see us grow and become better people. I'll never forget the kindness my grandpa showed me, my family, and even strangers he didn't know. I'll never forget how much he supported me whenever I needed it. I remember a few years ago when my grandpa was taking me to an internship, we were talking about cars. He'd often give me and my sister rides to wherever we needed, whether it was work or an internship or anywhere we needed to travel, since at the time we didn't have our own car. And whenever we were out for a ride, he would always tell me that he would help me pay for my first car. Not too long ago, me and my sister got our first car. My grandpa and my grandma helped us pay for it like they said they would. Not too long after getting it, we went to go visit my grandma and grandpa at the shop to show them the car, since they hadn't seen it yet. We wanted to show them and thank them for helping us buy it. And after thanking Grandpa, he told me and my sister, it's okay, it's just money. He never hesitated to help us, no matter what it was. I realized last night after polishing this speech, that was my last moment with Grandpa. I I could never forget how kind my grandpa was. He never failed to inspire me and my cousins, whether it was musically or the other things we were passionate about. To me, he was like a second father. I grew up with him my whole life. As a kid, we'd be dropped off to my grandma's house while my parents were working. My grandma, my grandpa, and my uncle would help babysit me and my sister. We often went to my grandma's shop to help her set up and just to stay there while they watched us. And eventually, when they moved in with us along with my cousins, I saw Grandpa every day. And even after they eventually moved out, I still saw him daily. After school, going to my grandma's shop, and helping them set up on weekends sometimes. There wasn't a day I wouldn't go without seeing Grandpa. It was hard to know that my grandpa wouldn't be with us anymore. I was the first of my grandpa's grandchildren to hear the news when we were at the hospital. It was so sudden. And in that moment, when it was just me, my aunts and my uncles, I realized just how much I'd grown and that I wasn't a kid anymore. I had become a man. I have my grandpa to thank for helping me shape me into a man. He taught me life lessons and how to be a better person. He never failed to make me laugh or smile, and he will forever live in my heart. I try to embody him in my daily life as much as I can. His kindness and compassion, his strength and grit, and his love for everyone. I love you, Grandpa.
Nhà trong sẽ cứ làm bề áo chỉ giáo các rau thọ. Cứ yêu phụ sự thì mau vào thọ. Tu sinh tử, cứ yêu tự kỷ thì hơi nó thọ tự tại. Would you hello? So I will speak English. Hi everybody, I'm Giselle Thao and I'm the granddaughter of Fue Shoua Thao. When I was younger, I used to spend a lot of time with both of my grandparents. They were always there when my parents needed work and always supported their family no matter the circumstance. I remember tagging along with him to run his errands and take him to and from work with my grandma. And me and my brother spent a lot of time with him when I was younger. And he was always someone we knew that would be able to protect us if we ever needed it. One of the biggest life lessons I've learned from him, his actions and hearing of his experiences, is that everybody is human. We're all human. We all deserve empathy and compassion. This small saying or way of thinking has impacted me so much and allowed me to be empathetic to people even if they've done something wrong to me. Compassion and kindness can do so much more than negativity can, and my grandfather brought this into so many of our lives. Something important to me also was seeing him so devoted to his music. He's been singing and making music long before me and my father was born. One thing I know for sure is that he was never ashamed of his music. He was singing and performing at parties and for people all around the nation, showed how devoted he was, and explained how much of an amazing life he had. As I see everyone here this weekend and at the hospital, I realize that my grandfather loved so many people and is loved by so many people. Of course, I knew our family loved him just as much as he loved us. But seeing such a big community gathering and mourning his death with us shows how amazing of a person he was and how big of an impact he had on the Hmong community. Not only was he an inspiring person to the Hmong community, but he was extremely inspirational to me as his granddaughter. He never conformed to things that he didn't agree with or felt pressure to conform to, which shows his strength and his power. He always fought for what he thought was right. We all miss his radiating laughs and energy he brought. I'll definitely miss him singing at parties. I'll miss his presence when I reach my own big milestones. I'll miss talking to him about future trips or plans, and I'll miss him at our family holidays and birthdays. Despite this, I'm happy that he was able to fulfill his life and desires he's had since he was a young boy. He was able to touch a lot of people's hearts and help so many people in this world. And I hope his impact is able to spread through me and everyone else who has been able to meet him. He's been an amazing grandfather to me and my cousins, and I hope all of his lessons and love carry on to future generations through our family. I am and will always be proud to say that Fue Shoua Thao is my yo. Thank you, everybody.
Well, just a little something I want to mention, about my dad when I was in my 20s, well, in my teens. I got married young, thought I was in love, got divorced. And as we were growing up, he always mentioned, don't, marry out of our race or our culture, our race, And then when I got divorced, I'd said I was going to be single the rest of my life. But then 3-4 months later, I met my wife, Karina, and then brought her to the house, hung out, and I remember my mom yelling at me, saying, no, you can't date her, she's not Hmong. Okay? Yeah, she did, she said that, okay? And then my dad, he goes, no, it doesn't matter. If he's in love with her, it doesn't matter what color she is, as long as they're in love, I'm okay with it. So, that's a great memory. Like everyone mentioned yesterday, he loved everyone the same. It didn't matter what color, what you did, how bad you were, if you were a criminal or whatever, he still loved you, okay? And another great memory was when we would always have the house parties at my mom and dad's house, okay? And he would always tell me, you guys can come out, you bring your friends over to our house. Because he never wanted our friends' parents to be mad at him or at us for always partying at their house. So he always said, just bring it to my house, I'm fine with it. So every weekend, if you guys hung out with us back in the days, there was always a house party at my mom and dad's house, And then they never hung out with us. They always slept in the room, but I know they stood there, listened, make sure we weren't getting in trouble. And we always stayed up to like 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, And it's just the love they have for our friends, And that just shows how much our dad was, okay? He didn't care. He just wanted to make sure we were all safe, everyone was safe and happy. Now I think my wife wants to say a little something.
Hello everybody, I'm Karina Nyansuki. Closer. Hello everybody, I'm Karina. I'm Nyansuki. I just wanted to share a few small memories and the impact that our dad has had for me. As you heard our history, I am not Hmong, so I have known our dad for 20 years, a very small time compared to everybody else that has shared a lot of stories here today and this past weekend. I'm very honored to have the last 20 years with our dad and have learned many life lessons with him as a father figure in my life. One thing I love that I've learned is something that he's really stressed, well, to me, with our children, is just continuing to love the Hmong culture, something he's helped me learn and understand better over the years, and just continue to love everybody, like we've all heard about, no matter what. You are a brother, you are a sister, you're an aunt and uncle, a friend. That's what means you're a brother and sister. So continue to love everybody and share that love with everyone. No matter what the hardship everybody is facing or that they give you, continue to spread that love and kindness and find your own faith. and continue to follow that faith. A few memories that I will love to share is one thing that the kids have talked about is listening to Dad's music. For a short period of time, I had the honor of living with Dad and Mom for a while, and I remember just hearing all of his music. He'd be practicing in the basement. Some weekends after those long house parties, I was pretty tired, and I would get waken up by all this very loud, bass and keyboard music, and it was just always fun to hear him sing. And eventually I would sing along, and I had no idea what I was saying, but I would sing along to it and dance along as well. I'm going to miss his jolly laughter when he was really telling some good jokes and smile on his face, and just been an honor to be a part of this family. So I love you guys. We're always here. Mom, we're always here for you too. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, that's all we have for now, but I think the grandkids want to sing a special song for their grandfather. Okay, so Giselle's gonna lead.
Hello everybody. Us grandchildren would like to sing a special song for our beloved grandfather, Lance. Come back up here.